Hello, all. Thank you for joining us again on the Almost Brothers podcast. Hey, will you do us a favor? If this podcast has meant something to you and encouraged you, will you consider becoming a monthly supporter? You could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the podcast so that we can continue to put out content and help better serve you. So if you would, down in the show notes, you can click the link, support, and become a monthly member. We love you. New episode coming your way.
Anyways, I was so mad at him, and I bought this burrito at Tootsie's.
Tootsie's, I call it.
I don't even know
Tooties.
what it's called.
Tooties.
And it's the barbecue chicken or whatever, and I had it in my hand and then unwrapped it, and I can't even remember what we were fighting about. It was something, but I was mad. And so I got this, he bought me this burrito, and so I didn't want it anymore. And my window was like rolled down maybe 3 inches. So I threw it out the window, except it hit the window, came back, barbecue chicken all over
Everywhere.
me, on the windshield, in the backpack. I mean, it like exploded.
No.
And he looks over at me and he goes, "You feel better now?"
No, I said what? That burrito wasn't no good?
As a friend,
And I so wanted to laugh. I wanted to laugh, but I was like, "Oh, I'm not laughing at that." And I'm like,
man.
"No, it was disgusting."
Oh.
I was just, I mean, it
Wait,
just
why were you mad in the
exploded.
first place?
I don't even remember why I was mad.
You didn't want that burrito, though.
He wasn't treating me like a princess. I don't know. That's usually what I fight about.
I said, I told you, you just don't like people.
Yeah, he told me. That's what it was. You just don't like people. And I was like, I don't like you right now.
Oh, there was barbecue sauce everywhere. There's still barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, because it's
There was
like
the side
everywhere.
pocket of her backpack. It reached like a handful. It was like pulled pork burrito.
Yeah.
On my jeans, and I didn't even change clothes. I went back to work. I don't even care.
Like, I'm
I
covered
don't like
now.
people.
Oh, it was good.
That is
Oh,
funny.
I knew where that was going. As soon as you said the window was like this, I was like,
I just chucked it, and it just went boom, bam.
It's like it ripped in half though, like mid.
On the way
you know what
there.
I mean? It just went.
Like a shower.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can I use this in a message? Because that is like the fabulous.
Oh yeah.
Fabulous. And I was thinking about anger.
Yeah.
That whenever we do things out of anger, we're getting mad at God, and it's exactly like that. You're just throwing it out the window, and it's coming back on you.
back.
Nothing good can come of it.
That's
And
good.
I was just like,
That's
fuck,
really
there's
good.
got to be a story there.
It's
Because,
a bigger mess than when you started.
yeah.
Good.
Anyway.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Almost Brothers podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about social media, dealing with these kids. Say it, babe.
These kids.
Coming up. I still have to get our new theme song put on here.
You've had that for months now, haven't you?
Yes. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Thank you for joining us yet again. Jeremiah, how's it going?
Very well. We had an amazing church service tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
I
It was
heard
good.
about
It was really good.
Oh, yes. Ours was as amazing as
I caught the tail end of it. It was
Oh, man.
fire.
We just wore out in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And the youth you see them coming out of their shell, man. It's just awesome. Awesome. So how are y'all two lovely ladies doing?
Good.
Y'all always just
Good.
just come in. How's the eyelashes?
Well, fantastic. As I'm batting them, I wish everybody could see.
She's like, "Are we going to do video tonight?"
Oh,
I did not say that.
we should have.
Let the record show. So I got them done, and I missed 2 hours of work because that's how long it takes to get them on, like the initial, because they have to
Really?
they separate each eyelash and then put the extension on, glue it, and all that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so at lunch, I get to see Jeremiah because he hadn't seen it because I didn't send him a picture or anything because, you know, it's a big deal. I got
Yeah.
eyelashes and my nails done.
You want to surprise him?
And so, yeah, so he comes to pick me up and I've got my sunglasses on, you know, so he couldn't see. And then I got in the truck and took my sunglasses off. It was like, bam! And he starts laughing.
I just laugh.
He's laughing at me, and I'm like, that is not the reaction.
I said, what'd you do when you first seen him?
And I said, I did the same thing. But he shouldn't laugh. I did. She like showed me the mirror or whatever, and I looked at it. I go, I look so different.
Yeah.
And she's
That's
like,
what I mean, it wasn't like she's funny looking. It's just so different. She just pulled her sunglasses off, and I was like,
Whoa.
hello.
Hey.
Hello.
got my
Now
hair
I'm used to
blonde
it. Now it looks great.
I know. I like them too.
Well, I was
you.
trying to figure it out. I'm like, I don't know what it is, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. I was like, I don't know if it's
You're
makeup.
pregnant? I said, do you see
That would be
anything different?
That would be different, and that would be bad if he said I was pregnant.
And then he puts me against the wall. He's like, you see anything different? I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a lose-lose scenario here. So I'm like, yes, I do, but I don't know what it is.
I can't put my finger on
I'm
it.
not going to
Y'all tell
guess.
me.
Please tell me.
Don't
Sure was like, I don't know if she's not wearing makeup today. Or like, what? But there's
I'm not wearing eye
something.
makeup.
Yeah.
That's my
I noticed
favorite.
too as soon as I seen you.
Yeah. It's pretty. It's pretty.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
It's pretty noticeable.
Does it hurt?
No, it's
yeah,
just heavy.
I wondered that too.
It's
Does it
just
hurt
heavy.
getting them done?
No, there's a little bit like irritation when you open your eyes when they're finally finished.
Yeah.
Because I guess because of the glue or whatever they're using to tape down your bottom eyelashes or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So I had this, my left eye just in the middle of the process starts crying, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like half asleep because I was laying down and it was 8:00 in the morning, and I was just like half asleep, and then I kind of was like in my like sleep, go, I think my eye is watering,
yeah.
like she didn't know.
Yeah. It's like I see
really?
that. I see that.
Yeah, she was
Putting
like,
your eyelashes
yes,
on, my
I
eyes
noticed that. I'm like, and I'm like half dozed. I'm like, well, that messed them up. She's like, yeah, I don't know about you,
They
woman.
look really good.
But anyways, glad I got eyelashes.
Were you scared during service that they would come
Yes,
off and come
because
off?
at the end of service, we had a good service, and I was like praying for some things in my life, and I'm like bawling. And I felt like, okay, I'm trying to be like spiritual and be really into the service. And I was like, it was amazing. But a little twinge of like, oh no, my eyelashes are going to fall off was there.
Back in your
like-
mind.
And so when we were done praying and I felt like a weight lifted off
Yeah.
of me, I looked at Jeremiah. I was like, is my eyelashes still there?
What if one of the requirements was like, okay, just make sure you don't like cry or get them wet or
Yeah, that would have been
like,
bad.
"Oh."
I probably wouldn't have came to church.
Yeah, just stay away. Well, I'm gonna cry as soon as I get in there. So
Did I say that? I did.
just come in and be like, "Hey, we're gonna work the cameras tonight."
We tried.
Yeah, oh,
We
dude,
really
Yeah, we
did.
did. I tried.
Funny.
Yeah. But I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad that,
Yeah.
I really needed that service.
Yeah.
It was like,
Speaking of good services with like accessories like that, did I ever tell y'all the story? We were at Sykeston, okay? And we're in the middle of this crazy service. I mean, just like, people going crazy. So I'm like knelt down at my seat and I'm just praying. Like sometimes when I get into it, like I just everything's blocked out and I'm just sitting there praying. And I get smoked in the face. And I'm like, I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, what in the, just.
Well, what were you praying for?
Like, I don't know, but whatever it was, God answered it real quick. And it just smoked me like in the side of the face. So I'm like looking around, and Rip's like 3 seats down, and he's looking. So I'm over by myself, and he's looking at me. I'm like, what just happened? And I look down, and an earring is rolling around in the floor. Like some chick's earring flew off and smoked me in the face.
A big earring?
A big hoop, like a ghetto hoop earring.
I think I remember y'all talking about that one time.
I'm like, Mike, what kind of church are we at here? Throwing earrings earrings in there? Like, I mean, that thing has some
one of those.
velocity behind it.
One of those Pentecostal churches pastor was talking about.
Yeah, like the bobby pin
yeah,
shooting
bobby
out.
That
pins.
thing has some torque behind it.
Yeah.
It snapped me right up. Well, I'm just in the throne room. Just yes, Jesus. What in the world is happening?
Look,
And
go-
Mike's just looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm just like,
What? He's probably
Did somebody
thinking you're
hit
like
Oh my goodness.
you're having like a moment, so you're like looking at him like he's like, what?
yeah, I was having a moment.
You got some chick over there whipping her hair back and forth.
Yeah. Like whose earring? Whose earring?
So yeah. So now I gotta search the church down. Just like, you get both of your earrings, okay? Ma'am, I think I got your earring. I got a concussion now, but you
is
get
too
that back.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh
That
man,
is
that's
too funny.
awesome.
And they laughed at that. Like, him and Jamie Jones was there, and they just laughed about it the whole time. Just like, y'all, that's not funny. Like that hurt. Like it hurt. Man, it was crazy. It's like a
That's
prison.
too funny.
But yeah, so that's my church accessory story.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Good times.
I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah, that was.
Was that back in the day before social media?
It was. Well, no.
No.
Social media was still going on. Yeah, it was still going on. But yes,
Or it had began?
That's a good-
Not it was still going on.
good.
It
it
began.
had began already.
Right.
Going already. It was there.
Was it
there.
MySpace or
That's what I was about to
Facebook?
say. I never.
No, this was like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it really wasn't that long ago?
No,
No.
it was like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, hey, speaking of social media, that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
And MySpace. I never had a MySpace. I've never been on
I haven't
MySpace.
either.
Really?
We know you had one.
Oh yeah. I had the music, the background, everything.
Did you have like the gangster SpongeBob with like the chains?
No, I don't
Yes, you did.
think.
Stop lying.
I didn't.
Stop.
I don't
You're-
think.
you're ghetto
Like, what
fabulous
is
like
that? Is that like a meme?
Like the background?
No.
That's what
I
everybody
had like
had.
hearts or
What?
something.
Yeah, right. You know, good and well, you had like Tyrese with his shirt off. Or
Yeah,
something.
the song probably with hearts in the background. The song, yeah. You're dead on.
Little sweet lady playing.
Yeah. That was my jam.
Never had, and it was probably about 5 or 6 years.
It's really good. I'm just saying.
I like how he embarrasses me.
Why?
Because no one else heard me say that. And he's like, I'll play it for you later. Because I'm like, I don't know what that is.
We're in the circle here.
We're in a circle.
Oh, yeah, no one's hearing it.
Some of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
And
But yeah, what was y'all? We'll start for what was y'all's first experience on like social media?
I did not have a social media account until Facebook 2009, the day after my daughter was born.
Oh wow.
I literally just wanted it to put pictures out there and
pictures.
show pictures of my baby girl to the world, I guess. Just you know what I mean.
That's a good reason.
That's how I
though.
started
Yeah,
it,
it
though,
is, yeah.
because that's how I kind of got in contact with a lot of people I went to college or high school with and stuff, and I just how it all works. But just the whole reason was to I got a baby girl, check it out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's kind of how mine started.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
How about you?
I'm trying to remember as you're talking.
Oh,
Keep talking.
trying to keep talking.
yeah.
No.
And I don't think I've ever had an Instagram.
Yes, you have.
You
Did
got
I? Oh,
one.
I
Side.
did. I
Side.
did in
Yeah.
teen. I did in. Yes, I
Teen
did.
Challenge.
When I was in Teen Challenge, I had one. I think
Did someone make it for
I
you?
think I posted a few pics on it or something. Most of them heavily
forgets.
filtered. Yeah.
Heavily filtered.
They were. I don't know what was going on.
Almost in a different
I
place.
was in a different place.
Funny.
Yeah, my Facebook went through some major changes because I think I started mine. Oh gosh, how long has Facebook been out?
A long time.
Because
Yeah,
I
I think it
feel
was
like it was like when Ben was like a baby,
Yeah.
but that seems like that's
I think
way too long ago.
I had it in 2007.
I was about to say it came out in like 2005, 2006, somewhere around there.
Okay,
like,
so that makes sense.
on college only, and then it
Right.
went public in like 2006
Yeah.
or something.
Right. I probably had it like 2000. Ben was born in 2004, so I would say probably like 2007, around there. And my sister was the one that got me started on Facebook because she's like, "Hey, Miss, you should check it out because all these, you can get a hold of all your friends and stuff like that. So I started that, and then it just went through like seasons of whatever saga of my life, putting out the drama, what I ate for supper.
Oh man! Oh gosh!
Yeah, and I think that's how it kind of started for
It's
everybody. It was like just a
posting
connection
pictures.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, reconnect with people, and it's
Yeah.
turned into such a beast
Yeah.
now.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
like what it does for kids is like image and everything. It's just
Yeah.
who would have thought, you know, back then that it would be what it is now.
What it is
and
now, yeah.
all the things and you as a youth pastor, you deal with it a lot more than, you know, we just deal with Ben and our kids, you know, but you see it a lot more than we do.
And now there's so much. They're not just Facebook.
Oh
Right.
yeah, they've
Now,
left Facebook.
Yeah, they left Facebook.
That's
yeah.
where the whiteheads are at. I'm learning.
Why are we laughing at that? Or we're sure that we're the white hairs.
Oh yeah. I was just happy because I learned something.
I just wanted to use my word of the day. Not white hairs, y'all are good. You still got some good years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just a little.
I have no
salt.
blonde hair or no gray hair. I have blonde hair.
No black hair.
No black hair. Except for your eyelashes.
They're getting to my head. I can't think.
I just tell my hairdresser to cover them, blend them in.
Right.
You got a few.
Yeah, but they're blended, so you can't see.
Oh, okay, but they're still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what was your first experience with social media? You go back farther than
I
us with
do. Oh my gosh. I remember, this is probably really, really old and it don't even exist anymore, but I remember it was an instant messenger. It wasn't even social media. It was a instant message chat, and it was ICQ. It was like the little flower,
Nope, don't remember that.
and you could add your friends. And I remember, oh, what was it? It was 9/11. And someone on my friends list was like, hey, you know, the towers had just got bombed. Like everything's going on in New York. And I remember getting on there and messaging someone from New York. And like, hey, what's going on over there? And it was just like an instant chat,
Yeah.
which, I mean, I don't know if that's social media, but you could have chatted like around the world to everyone. So that was kind of my first. And then like MSN Messenger came along.
That's where I had that.
And we
for-
had that in high school
yeah, I had
where
that for a couple days.
we just message our friends. Like instead of texting, that was the new thing.
Yeah.
And then of course MySpace and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
See,
and
now you're on the Snapchat
Snapchat.
and the yeah. I don't Snapchat.
you don't
I
Snapchat.
have it just
I-
with my girls.
yeah. I have it,
What's
but I
Isn't
don't.
there another one? Is there TikTok? That's the other one.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
There's
Which-
so many now.
I don't know if that's even a social media. I don't
Yeah.
know. Would that be considered?
Yeah.
I mean, it's videos, so
There's other things too. There's like some sort of video thing that's like so I don't even remember what it's called. But it's like they can video chat with one another, and it's not through your
Oh,
phone,
yeah.
and it's not through Messenger.
Really?
It's something totally different. There's so many out there now.
I heard
Like a WhatsApp or something.
that
Yeah, that's-
WhatsApp
yeah,
or something
WhatsApp.
like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, there was a Tumblr. Yeah,
Mhm. I remember that. My
With like
girls had that.
pictures.
hmm
But yeah, I never got on that.
Well, and there's so many good things about them that's what sucks kind of about social media. That double-edged sword is that there's so many good things. You stay caught up with friends, or you know, if there's somebody that you can't see every day, it's very easy to, you know, check in on everybody and see how they're doing, and
Yeah,
you know, where you don't have to text or call. You know, some people don't have that. Some people just have, if you have internet access, you can message back and forth or whatever. Or, you know, sharing pictures. Like, not everybody wants to share a picture through a message. You know, it takes a little bit longer.
Right.
You just kind of put it up and boom, everybody can have it. But there's so much bad. There's so much bad out there with it too.
Yeah.
Which we kind of hit on, but, you know, we'll talk a little more about it. Just like, especially kids, we all have teenage kids. And just, they've said, studies have shown now that a like on Facebook sends the same endorphins to your brain as a shot of heroin. And our kids have it all day long.
Right.
Right. And then so it gets that addict mentality of needing that next dopamine hit or whatever. You know what I mean? And so yeah, it's incredible, because I think that the people that come up with it, they were aware of that.
Yeah.
And so it's just,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, how do you get them to stay on longer. You know,
Yeah,
stay
and-
connected to it longer. It's
I could see that because like now it's almost like people put pictures up, not even like just I guess going back to the food pictures or the baby pictures or because I have a grandma and she like lives for Facebook pictures now because she's always like, please put that and I'll save it. Like I'll save it to my and print it out but there are some people that are just wanting it for likes or wanting it for
Right.
attention or
well, even Max one time he's what 6, and so he said it was something we sent to you, wasn't it?
Right.
And he's like, I want 21 hearts.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what is
I remember that.
like he's like 5-6 years old and already knowing that there's a value to that.
Yeah,
you know what
value
I
in
mean?
the number.
According to how many hearts or thumbs up you get
Yeah.
or whatever, and that's weird to me.
Yep.
That's so sad.
Well, and I can say as like it's sad, but for myself, whenever I was going through my divorce and I was single or whatnot,
Yeah.
I would send. I mean, I feel like so embarrassed to even say this, but I would post pictures and filtered, of course, because I was going through like weight loss and things like that, just for that intention.
Yeah.
Just to get somebody to say, "Oh, you look good," or because I was going through a trial or whatever, and I mean, it was seeking attention.
Yeah.
It wasn't the legit me because it was filtered 5,000 different ways. But I'm just thinking, man, here I am at 30 some odd years old. I'm 42 now, but it was
29.
during.
Just
Thank
29.
you. I love you, babe.
Don't go over 30.
He knows how to talk to me.
That's right.
Winked at you. Everybody didn't see that, but anyways, but I mean,
Back and forth.
I know. I'm about ready to get him out of here.
we gotta go. But I mean, even as a 37, 38-year-old woman, I mean, I fell prey to it. And so
Yeah.
I can't even imagine like young people,
Teenagers.
that's
yeah.
what they're going through. These, like the girls, my heart goes out to
Yeah.
girls because, when my girls were young, I would see them like, sending pictures, and then you think, here's the biggest thing. And when I was working in the middle school, is kids think I can just send out a picture, especially through Snapchat, and I can, do a nude or something like that, and it's just going to show up and it's going to disappear. I'm never going to
Yeah.
see it again.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times we had girls, they figure out a way, they have somebody else screenshot and it's there and it's spread around.
spread, yeah.
And then you have girls that are now battling depression or anything
Yeah.
like that. And they think, okay, this is something I'll just shoot it out there and it's never going to come back. And it does.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can send out that it's not going to follow you. And so, I mean, it's just getting a hold of our children, and
Yeah.
man, I wish there was a ban on social media. There's so much good out of
Oh,
it,
yeah.
but the negative ramifications,
Yep.
and I've seen it in my own children, is, there's no longer any type of personal relationship, knowing how to communicate with one another, knowing how, what conversation is like, or they'll say things out there that is horrible that they would never say face to face.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like,
Right.
oh my word. I mean, we watched Social Dilemma, and if you guys have not seen it, like, watch it.
Yeah.
Because it was unreal. It made me want to. I put down my phone because I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my gosh, they've just
We haven't seen
ruined
it.
our lives. It is ruined." I mean, there's good on it. I'm not gonna say there's not. There's like, the message of Jesus Christ is going out, but there comes a point where we need, I think, as a church, just to say, enough is enough.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we need some laws on this. We need not to sound like a politician, but we need to do something. Whenever my girls were growing up, I had their username and their password, and I would get in it at any time and just check it. And somebody said, "Well, that's invasion of privacy." And they're living in my house.
Right,
Their privacy is my
right,
privacy,
right.
and I'm going to get on it and see. And then, but even then, you can't
Always
be guard
catch
on them and everything.
Yeah.
But I
wish.
I don't know where we're going on this, but I would just say that parents, get involved in your children's lives.
Well,
Get in there.
I think that's a big thing because what we've really had to work on is the phone or the tablet's not the babysitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
so easy for parents to just be like, well, here's the phone.
Oh,
or here's
yeah.
whatever. Go nuts. Get out of my hair. And that's where they can get down rabbit holes and get into things that they
Yeah.
shouldn't be in. And then especially the older they get, I mean, it's just they're smarter than we are.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to technology and stuff. So you can dig in their phone right now and you're not going to find anything because they're not idiots.
Yeah.
So it's just it's
And it
one of
could
the
be
things.
one push of a button.
Yeah.
And it just pop up.
Right.
And we've had like YouTube and everything else pop up, and it looks like it's a cartoon, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff you just have to filter. But
That's what I love about, I know a lot about that stuff. So, like, the hidden apps and things like that the kids try to do to get around, where they can put their pictures where you think it's a calculator and it's really
Right.
a
Right.
bunch of pictures they shouldn't have. Like, I know how to get all that stuff. I can
Right.
pull all that stuff up.
yeah.
So
See, I dropped the ball with Ben because he's one. I was so hardcore on my girls,
Yeah.
but I wish I could turn back time and do something different with a Ben, because as a man, I mean,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
there's so much
Yeah.
there. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're
But-
exactly right.
I mean, our guys just, I don't know. I need to learn more. Teach me about social media, hidden apps. Teach me your ways.
And like you said, it's purposely, the algorithms on these things are purposely driving you in your interests. Whatever your interest in, it'll drive you, it'll push you that way. So things will start popping up that you're talking about it, that you've been researching, or if you're a guy, like it knows, as you sign up for Facebook or whatever it may be, you sign up for these things and it tells you male or female, and then they can see your habits. So all of a sudden you're scrolling and like you're looking for shoes or something, or you're going just through your friends on Facebook, and then like an ad will pop up of a chick in
Yeah.
a bikini.
Right.
And it's like, that was random, but then it just takes you right off into another
Yeah.
direction,
Right.
It's purposely made like that. So like you said, it keeps you on and it keeps you
Yeah.
coming back and coming back and coming back. And it's,
Right.
man, it's such and we talk about these laws. It's like, yeah, they have these things. Are you 18 or older? You click yes. Like anybody can do
Right.
that. Right?
Yeah.
It's not,
Right.
that's not
Right.
helping out the situation. So you've got kids that are 12 years old that are on there acting like they're 20.
Right.
Or you've got
telling people that
50-year-olds acting like they're 12.
Or yeah.
Well, even with Facebook, you have to be a certain age to have a Facebook.
Yeah.
But yet I did it. I'll just let my girls get it, even though and said, okay, we'll just put your year as this and
Yeah.
this, and and went ahead and did it, and I wish I could turn back time
Yeah.
and say, let's just not. It's just, we are not going to be in social media until you're out of my house.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know that sounds extreme,
Yeah.
and I think of it for Max and Maya, just because they're just not ready for it. They're just
the kids are
not.
not developing in all these areas like we just said, like socially. I mean,
Yeah.
other than playing on the playground when they're in kindergarten or whatever. I don't even know when recess stops anymore, but there's no social interaction like the old school
No,
kind.
there's not.
Everything is just text and stuff. And you sit down with like a young kid and you try to carry on a conversation and you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just,
Yeah, like even Max at 6 years old,
all
he'll talk
your
about
leg
is
up, but
games.
It's about
Yeah.
a game. It's about stick
Zeke,
wars and
yeah.
whatever. It's all it
Yeah.
is. I mean, there's no like, well, just tell me about how your day was. What'd you do? We played at recess. We ate a hot dog. That's it. I mean, that's literally
Oh,
it.
yeah, you're right.
And so it's,
Well, when we deal with
We're gonna
youth,
burn the phones when we get home. I just burn them all.
yeah, let's burn all the kids' phones.
when we deal with youth, we notice it because like they don't want to interact with us
Yeah.
really, or when we're introducing a new youth and you just go and ask their name and where they're from, they don't want to do that even.
Yeah.
Right.
But
No, they'll get their name and just be like, hang on.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then like know what they look, last year their lives looked
Yeah.
like, instantly. It's just,
Yep.
yeah.
and even with us with Lee, I don't know how many times we have to tell her put the phone down, or I've even taken phones during church service. Like give me your, like I get my purse out. I'm like, give me your phones, like, because you're
Right.
not even touching them during church. Like that has been a rule since they even got phones or iPads, or I was like,
Right.
no phones during church.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, I don't know, like that Zeke plays games. He's a big gamer, which, that's not bad, but Yeah, I don't think Zeke will ever have a social media. Like you said, like
Man.
I don't like Snap. He's asked before. He's like, "Can we
Yeah.
go live on Instagram?" Because he sees all these like
Right.
influencers
Oh, yeah.
going live,
Like,
and so he's like,
Unspeakable
"Can
and
we?"
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So he's like, "Can we get can we go live so we can get all these subscribers or likes or yeah?" So it's clearly he's not dumb. Like he knows what's going on too. But
Well, and even with teenagers, like talking about like dating lives.
oh yeah.
Like I'll watch. There's two different things that I've been keeping my eye on and just watching and observing. Is one how like these kids can't keep relationships. It's like it jumps from one
Oh,
to another
yeah.
to another to another to another, and I'm like what is going on? Like why are you jumping around so much? And it's because there's a lack of communication. They like they'll Snapchat each other all day, 7 hours out of an 8-hour day at school,
yeah,
and then they get together and
No,
just
don't have
look at
nothing
each
to
other.
tell you.
right.
Right.
Yeah. Or even when they're actually in a somewhat decent relationship, you know, where they just started. Well, then I got 5 other
Yeah.
friends that are
Friends.
girls
Yeah.
Snapchatting me.
Yeah.
And so this girl it's just like,
and
we see it all the
I
time.
want to slap her like, well, we just streak, so we send each other pictures every day. It's like, not that kind of streak.
No, it's
no,
a
I know you're
Snapchat thing.
Missy. She got her eyelashes on.
Why are you looking at me? I am not streaking with anybody.
I gave her like the really weird, long, slow.
Like, here we go. Yeah.
And then it's like,
It's a Snapchat term.
it's like,
But, yeah.
does your significant other, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, do they not? Oh, well, they know they're okay with. Like, no, they're not.
No,
like, nobody's
right.
okay with that.
No.
I just text, these 5 chicks back and forth. Just we have a streak going to where we text every day. Like, no, that's not okay.
Right.
And then I'll look like it drives me crazy. I'm like, why are you? And I understand. There's always going to be things that kids do that we don't understand. You know, same when we were kids, our parents didn't understand. But like, they'll Snapchat each other, and it'll be just a picture.
yeah.
It's not even of them. It's like of the floor or of
Yeah.
like a random.
I've noticed that too.
I'm
The
talking.
fan.
I'm telling you, dude. And I'm like, what is the point of that? It's like, well, they like me messaging them back.
Yeah.
You're not even doing
and for
anything.
Snapchat, you have to take a picture and send
Yes,
it.
And I promise you, like, let me, like, it. This is what it is. This
Yeah.
is what it looks like.
They'll. It's like the side of their face.
So I'll like be like we'll be talking. Like I always use the Randall boys because they're around me the most, you know,
Yeah.
than my kids. But like I'm telling you, like, and then send just like it's just like
Well, they'll put like a message with it.
or like half of their face, just like a random picture. What is the point? Like why? Why? Are
There
you
was
doing
one
it?
time I was sitting beside Tristan and I was just like, "Hey, you know, how was the basketball game?" Blah, blah, blah. And he was like snapping it like, and it was just like send. Like,
I'm like, what? Like, what is the point? Well, they message me. They want me to message them back. Text them. Say something. Like, have,
Right,
a
have a
actual
conversation.
open verbal communication. Like, you're just sending, like, it's
Yeah.
just like, and then, and
Youth
they,
pastor probs.
oh,
yeah.
and it's like with Lee, like Lee's bad at it, like during family time, like movie. Like, we try to get her in the front room, like,
Oh,
hey, let's
yeah.
watch a movie together.
Right.
And she'll just like,
She'll think we think she's watching the movie. She's just like,
slowly, and then just being Lee. What are you doing?
It's like-
Somebody messaged me. I got to message them back. No, you don't. Turn your phone off.
Right.
"Oh yeah, that can't happen." Like
Like
they
I
act like they're dying.
Oh, my
if
gosh,
They,
yes.
If they just like lay their phone down, they're just like, like
And
she will
it's a
pick her
problem.
hands. Like she don't know. Like I'm just like, Lee, like quit picking.
yeah.
Like I know. And then she'll like pick up her phone. She's like, and then she'll act like she's watching the TV. She'll just be like
Yep.
multitask. Like I'm like, Lee, did you catch that? No. Okay, I didn't think you did.
And it,
So what do we do?
Right. That's how I am. Like,
and
I want to take the phone and chunk it, even though if that happened
Yeah.
to mine, I would cry.
yeah, exactly.
I know. We're just as bad.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think the start of it is setting the example.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Like I catch myself, we go out to eat, just me and her, and I'll catch myself. I'm not even doing anything on here, but I'll open it up and just be scrolling.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I've tried to be very aware at that, and like I was pretty proud of myself the other day. Like my phone went off. I tried to put it across the table, so I put it across the table, and it went off, and I caught myself going to look at it, and it completely ignored it. I was like, no, I'm
Right.
having lunch with you. Like I don't want to mess with. I don't even want to see who it was because I'll see who it was. But oh, well, what if they needed something or what? It's fine. The world's not going to fall apart in 10 minutes.
yeah.
Right.
So I think setting that example would be the first step.
Yeah, it would. And I have to tell myself at lunch today, we were leaving the gas station because he came and picked me up and mocked my eyelashes and then went to the gas station and got a soda. Sorry. He didn't. But
Mock them. I just laughed at
How
it.
many times did
Anyways.
we say eyelashes today?
eyelashes.
Remember I'm sorry, this is a little off
sorry.
topic, but remember the Pee Wee's Playhouse or whatever? They have the word of the day and be like, cheers, like, ah.
Yeah.
Eyelashes.
Okay,
That's so funny. Yep.
yeah, there we go.
Anyways, we were leaving the gas station and I got an email, and that's what my big thing is, checking my email. And I check my work email. Why? I'm on lunch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
check my
no,
workout.
I would not.
I'm obsessed. I love Rick Ship and construction. But so I looked at my phone and Jeremiah's talking to me and I subconsciously hear it. He was like, how would you like to have that car? How would you like to have that car? And I'm not responding because I'm in my phone. How would you
Yeah.
like that car? But I'm hearing it,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
But I'm not, and I think that's the,
I
like,
just kept asking.
he did.
kept going.
And he was just looking ahead like,
As you'd point at, I'm like, how you like that car?
how do you like that
How
car?
do you like that car?
How would you like that car? How would you like
As
that
it's
car?
driving by.
Like a kid.
Like,
Finally, she looks up as it's leaving. Like, oh yeah, that would not be good.
And,
It's
you know,
like one of
and-
those tiny. Anyway,
As his wife, I'm just like, I heard you. I knew what you said. But I mean, I did, obviously, but not enough to get out on my phone to respond. And what's funny is, it's not funny, but I'll get mad at him for the exact
Oh,
same
man.
thing.
I swear I was going
But-
to say that.
But when it's me,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, no big deal.
I was
You
gonna
know?
say that. Because with me, it was
'Cause I'm
it
a
was-
princess.
It was always the video games. Like I get, and that was the way I wound down. Like I just want to play the game. Just everybody leave me alone. Give me 30 minutes. And after a while, it became a problem. Like she'd be like, "Well, spend time with me. Spend time with me." But then we'd put on a movie or something, and then there comes that phone, and I look over, and she's face deep in the phone. I'm like, so I'll go and
It's different.
and yeah, exactly.
It is.
Yeah,
It's different.
yeah,
If it's not a murder mystery or about a serial killer, I'm
Preach it,
on my
sister.
phone.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, okay, she's into her phone. I'd go push that Xbox button. Ding. What are you doing? I'm gonna play the game.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were
swear.
watching a movie. You're not watching the movie.
yeah, we do
I
a very
am.
similar dance.
Yeah.
We turn on a movie and she, I'll get my phone out and I'll be like just checking something real quick, and then I'll see her get her phone out, and so then it's kind of on.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's okay, and
Testing the
then,
water.
and
But
so look,
then-
so we'll do this for a little while, and I'm checking my email and doing stuff, and then I'm like, okay, fine. And then she's over here sighing at me because she's done.
Yeah.
She's looked at everything she wants to look at. She's like,
He should be done.
Yep. Okay, I
I'm
put
like,
mine down.
what?
It's
Yeah.
time.
what?
Yeah.
I was like, like 2 seconds ago, you
Yeah.
were face deep in the screen. Anyway, that's
But
just,
I'm
it's
right.
lovely. Yeah, it's lovely.
That's exactly. Yeah. What?
And
You left me.
I call it a dance.
Yeah.
We've been talking about dancing a lot
We
tonight.
have, right.
He's going to dance with me when we get home.
I might dance with you on the way home.
Oh,
Oh, I like it.
out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Dig it.
There we go.
We'll just leave the truck here and 2-step all the way home.
It's too far.
Oh man.
I would die.
Freeze to death, man.
Oh,
But I don't even know because
What do we do?
Yeah. What was the answer to this?
And I think it's just that balance of both, because you also don't want your kids so at a disadvantage because they don't know how to work these things, because
Right.
you get out in the real world and even like most jobs, like you need to know how to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Like people want you promoting your work on social media, or they use apps to get a hold of you, like even that social media, It's-
Right.
So I don't know.
well, even now, it's almost like they don't they lack social skills
Yeah.
because they're so much on their phone is that I have ran into people that are like, well, I just have so much anxiety just doing an interview.
Yeah.
So I can't go get a job.
Yep.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, that's a that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like if you don't even have the social skills to go out and even do an interview or, you know, hey, are y'all hiring? Just like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
That
we
could be a
we had
problem.
youth that couldn't order at McDonald's. I
yeah,
am not kidding.
they were just so shy.
We were in Branson, and they had
Like,
to
you mean
have
I couldn't order their food?
Yes, sir.
They couldn't talk to a
Had
stranger.
had to give their money to someone else for them to go order their food for them. I am not joking.
Wow.
Like 4 months ago,
yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, you have got to.
That's like, that should be terrifying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or we had
Right.
on the same trip, we had that happen. Then we had another kid like, hey, will you go in and see if they're open, if the lobby's open? He couldn't go by himself. He had to have somebody else go with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that like off standoffish.
Right.
You know, it's like wow.
And that
that's
should
incredible.
tell us that we definitely have to figure out something to do that changes this.
Yeah.
Because you have that, and then you have the virus thing, and they're even more
Yeah.
sheltered or pulled
yeah.
away from each other. That, you know, I think as a parent, I mean, talking about this and stuff, it makes me think, okay, we need to have more family time.
Yeah.
Phones down, you know, just pour into each other, and I don't know,
And
Yeah.
limit.
having your kids. Oh, go ahead.
No, what I was going to ask is that it was actually just a question, but like we of course deal with Facebook. So, you know, what's something that we deal with, because I know I have a lot of friends on Facebook, but you know, not all of them's Christians. Not all of them is putting on their feed Christian like stuff. So it's almost like, how do y'all handle that? Like, you know, because I've even seen Christians go back and forth on, you know, this offends me, this doesn't. And then, you know, even some that go to the same church. So you're making it awkward. Like, so I just didn't know how, like, y'all thought about that. Cause I mean, that has to do with social media too. Like, it's not all the children.
No.
It's also us. And they're seeing that. Like,
Right.
they're seeing us, you know, have disagreements and call each other names, and we're supposed to be Christians. And so it's
Right.
really hard. I know I've had to, even most family, I've had to snooze them. Like, I don't know if y'all know about that snooze button, but
Yes.
I've had to, hide their post, because
Yeah.
if I see it and it's first thing in the morning, even though I know I shouldn't probably be on it first thing in the morning, like, I don't want that in my spirit.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I don't. So
Right.
all I want to see is just like being filled, or, you know, positivity first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
or so
Right.
like, how do y'all handle that?
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Do y'all press the snooze too?
No, I totally
I've unfriended a
unfollow.
ton of people.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I have
really
too.
had
I
to.
don't like a lot of mine. Unfortunately, is family that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I love them, but
That's
the stuff
me.
that they post or something. But I want to be, you know, friends with them, because I
Yeah.
want what I post hopefully to
Encourage
make
them.
an impact.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff like the cussing and stuff like that, I will not defriend them or whatever, unfriend them.
Yeah.
Defriend.
Defriend.
I defriend you. I will unfollow, and so I don't see it or whatnot. But then on the others of like people fighting and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't get into the political debate because you're not going to change anybody's mind,
Yeah, no.
you know. So I'm just like, you know, I'll put positive, and I've almost backed off on some of, like, just backing off Facebook completely of even
Yeah.
posting things, because it's
I have
frustrating.
too. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think we have to be the example.
Yeah.
You know, not that we've got it all together, but just to shine the light wherever we're at. And it's not just in our personal lives. It's in our work lives. It's on our social media lives. It's being consistent, being the hands and feet of Jesus wherever we go. And that's even the places that we think, okay, well, is this really a big impact or whatnot? But realizing that it is.
Yeah.
You know, what you say, social media and in the real world makes an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, we've really covered a lot of the negatives.
Yeah.
And I was sitting here thinking, you know, what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
And I think that Jesus would see it as an amazing opportunity to reach a ton of people.
Yeah.
You know, to be the light, to spread encouragement, to love on people, to set a good example. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Jesus would see it as a huge opportunity to reach a lot of lost people.
Yes.
And how we do that, I don't know, because it seems like you can be encouraging and positive as you want,
and there's still going to be,
it's not going to get any likes or going to get any love. But I just still think that even if it doesn't, if you don't see the result, or if you don't see the impact, doesn't mean that it's not happening. Because you never know who's scrolling through and it hits their feed just in a moment of weakness or something, or at somebody's low, at the lowest point of their day, and they see that thing from Missy that just brings them up and they're like, gets them through. And so you just never know.
Oh yeah.
But I think, like I said, my whole point was just with all the negative we've talked about there, I think there's definitely a lot of good that could come from it too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing. Cause I've got a lot of friends that I still follow and I'm still friends with on there. But even if you're not a Christian, like, put something up of worth. Like I've got a lot of buddies that they're the farthest thing from a Christian that there could be. But like, they'll put like funny stuff up. Like, I've got a buddy that, like, he goes around and tries to find McRibs at McDonald's and like makes a big joke out of it. Like, put something up positive. Like, we don't need to know who you're arguing with this week.
Yeah,
right.
We don't need to know
Or
who
what
you
offended
ain't dealing
you.
with today, not today. Like, who cares? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, put something up. Those are the ones that I'll unfollow or unfriend.
Yeah.
Like, I love good debates where both sides at the end go, man, you know what? We disagree. That's fine. I love you. And they're still friends at the end, and they're still have a good conversation come out of it, and they're not screaming at each other.
Right.
And I love having friends on there that think opposite of me, because it makes me think, and it makes me have hope that people from opposite sides of thought can still have a conversation and still be friends.
Right.
I've got a bunch of very, very good friends that, at 2 a.m. they call me. I'd be, of course, that think completely opposite in every way possible.
Right.
But it's like when they put something up, like it's funny or it's their family or it's positive stuff, and it's like, thank you. This is what I want in my feed. I don't need booty shots or cussing every single post. Like, what do you have anything else to do with your life other than just nonsense? It's like, man, just
My favorites are the ones that are like ranting and then they're like, okay, rant over.
Yeah. Like, drop.
Yeah.
it's like, did that help you? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if it releases something, and they get it out there, and they don't go in and like shoot up their workplace, more power to them.
Yeah,
Go
please
ahead,
keep
go
doing
ahead,
it.
keep ranting.
Because I have had people that say, oh, well, it's like therapy to me.
Right, and it could be.
Yeah.
There probably is a therapeutic.
Yeah,
to
probably
that.
I love the call out without actually calling out somebody.
yeah.
It's like everybody knows who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just say who
It was
it
like
is.
that Karen that I seen in the grocery store that gave me the evil eye. You know who you are, but I'm not going to tag you.
It's like, oh my gosh. Like, it's-
Oh man.
and another thing that always breaks my heart is when people have, especially kids, will have 600 friends on Facebook and no real friends
Yeah.
to call when they're having a bad day.
Right.
Yeah.
And they hold so much weight in those, how many followers you got?
Yeah.
I've been asked that, like, well, hey, on your Instagram, how many followers you got? Why does that matter? What does that have to do with anything?
Right.
I said, I've got 100 friends in my phone that if I call at the drop of a hat, what do you need me?
Yeah.
I don't care how many friends you got on there. And it's everything. It's so backwards when it comes to social media. Everything looks so perfect and put together.
Oh, yeah.
And spot on online. And and it's those people that have it all together or everything looks perfect that have the worst life in real life.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's all twisted.
Yeah.
And it's those that they struggle, but they have a good foundation, but they see the little mess and they go, well, how come my life don't look like this,
like that,
on
yeah.
Instagram?
Right.
And it's they want to give up on the good that they have because it doesn't look perfect, like this family that went to Disneyland last week, but
Right.
the dad beats the mom and the kids are running around
Exactly.
town acting a fool. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
it's sad, man. It breaks
It
my heart
is.
for people that are on there, and that's how they judge themselves, by what they see on Snapchat or Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we see it a lot in youth
Yeah.
that are just like judging and seeing all these, stick thin or So they're comparing themselves. It's just
I've seen them kids at school make fun of each other if they don't know how to do the latest TikTok dance. Who cares? Like what?
Right.
What is
yeah.
that? Like I don't. It drives me crazy, but I don't know if there is an answer.
I know.
There's a middle ground somewhere.
Right?
I get big guns at home.
Yes, I do too.
It rises
Yes.
and falls at home.
Yeah.
Parents are
It
important.
does.
It doesn't matter what the
does.
world does. You know, in Joshua it says, "For me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord."
Serve the Lord,
And
yes.
so it definitely starts there. And man, this has been good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been
I
really good.
wanted to say, I mean, like really, when you think about it, our homes are the most important. That's our missions field. That's our ministry.
Yeah.
You know, and we have got to take that. You know, I was bad whenever I was in ministry of reaching out to everybody else and forgetting about the 4 little people that were in my care.
Yeah.
And I'm learning. I'm not perfect with this, but those kids. Now I've got 2 more. You know, with Jeremiah's, and those are the most important. And if we're not reaching those,
Yeah.
you know, you can gain the whole world and lose it all just because of those. And I had a minister that poured into my life when I was young in the ministry, and he would say, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would spend more time at home, more time with my children. And this is like a 90-year-old man, and both his kids are gone now.
Yeah.
He's like, I would have said no to the church people. I would have said no to this, and I would have been home with my family pouring into those 2 boys. And that just carried so much weight
Yeah.
with me. And I think that's the way that each parent should feel about their children. And so many times I'm guilty at saying, go just get it on your tablet.
Yeah.
You know, go turn on TV. You know, Mom's tired.
Yep.
Like, no.
We do the same.
Oh yeah.
No, you
I
know.
think everyone is guilty
And
of that.
I think, you know, I think it's just I don't know. I feel that in my spirit. Just more time with your children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More time. And, you know, if you're in ministry and you've got children, you know, taking them along with you,
Yeah.
you know, show them, you know, we're going to go pray for chairs. We're going to go do this, but we're going to do this together. We're a family. And
Yeah.
that's something that I wish I could go back and do again. But anyways, I think you were closing, but
That's
I
all right.
just wanted to share
That's
that.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yep.
Good to end with.
Anybody else got anything on their heart?
I don't think so.
No.
On my heart,
I think she
Just my wife.
She killed it.
my lovely, beautiful,
Like they
long eyelash.
Oh.
Eyelashes.
Wait, what?
You kind of look like the chair. Well, you know, before we can get.
Don't do that.
Oh my goodness.
I wish it was
That's
on a
awesome.
video.
I do too.
Yeah, that was awesome. You know, before we can get Facebook saved and before we can get Instagram saved, and you know, we got to get it, you know, each individual saved. You know, so if there's anybody out there listening, and you haven't made that commitment, you know, find yourself a good church. Find you a church like we have here at the Lighthouse. And if you want to come visit us sometime, man, we're always here every Sunday, 8:30 outside in the parking lot, 10 o'clock inside. We love y'all.